Hi everyone, so in today's video I want to give you guys the ultimate guide on how to read the people that are in your environment and how to understand the people that you surround yourself with. So basically, before we properly get into this video, I just want to say that I am by no means like an expert in psychology or reading people or in general just knowing people's behaviors. But one thing I do know is that whenever you interact with something or somebody in life, it is an energy exchange, whether positive or negative, or somewhere in between. So when you are saying hi to someone at work or at school or whatever, it is an energy exchange. You are exchanging some form of energy, whether that's positive energy or negative energy. And this energy is not something we can usually feel. It's something that affects us in our daily life. It's something that, for example, a good example that we all know is that if you hang out with a person that's negative and that just overall has a negative attitude to absolutely everything, you will become negative as well, because that is an energy exchange. So this person is giving you their negative energy and you're giving them your positive energy. And in that turn, you're kind of changing roles in life, I suppose. It's because every single thing in life, every single person you interact with is a different energy exchange. So if you interact, I don't know, with your sibling, your parent, your friend, it's an energy, it's some form, you're giving them something. You're giving them, whether that's just the way you looking at them or whether you're talking to them, you are exchanging energy. And the problem is why a lot of friendships and just genuinely people seem like they're mean and just overall relationships not working out. The main problem with those type of thing is that you're giving each other the wrong energy. It doesn't matter if it's only one side or both sides that are giving each other the wrong energy. It's just the fact that it's not working out, because your energies do not match each other. Your energies cannot fulfill yourself. So pretend you're giving energy to another person in whatever form, but they don't have the same energy to give you back. So then you're depleted. If they don't have the positive energy that you gave them, and if they don't give it back to you in their own way, then that means you are losing energy. You're losing value as a person, because you have all this power. Our souls have this sort of power, and once you give someone away your time, your energy, your resources, you are losing that power. And you might be asking yourself right now, how does this affect me? Like what you just told me, how does this affect me in any way? When you realize that you are giving people your energy, and most people in life aren't giving it back, you realize that's why you end up so tired every single day. Or the best example you can look at is social media. You might think, why is it bad? Obviously, yeah, it's bad for your eyesight, it's bad for you mentally, whatever. There's ways that scientists explain it. But what I want to talk about is the fact that when you are watching videos, especially ones that where people are talking or whatever, you're constantly giving them your energy, which is something that wasn't possible, let's say, 100 years ago. So pretend someone is saying something in a video, maybe like an opinion or a topic that you want to listen to, and you listen to this video, and whether you agree or disagree with them, you are giving them your energy. And 9 times out of 10, they're not returning it, because they're basically just talking to the camera. It's an energy they gave to the camera, but they only have to give it once. But in turn, that energy goes out to 1,000,000 people, and 1,000,000 people give the energy back to them. So in turn, they are overflown with energy. They have too much of it, while you have basically none. So whatever you do not watch social media too much, because it is an energy exchange. Example, if you watch advice videos, if you watch videos that teach you things, like whatever it is, how to crochet, to these type of advice videos I give, it doesn't matter if it's to make something or if it's like life advice, whatever. If you listen to those sort of videos, you are receiving energy, and in turn you are learning from it, and you don't have to give that back, give back that energy, because the only energy you give back is the happiness or the satisfaction or the motivation you gained from that video or from whatever you're watching. But because so many people consume footage that is negative or that discusses topics that are unnecessary to even talk about, it's because they're constantly giving their energy to that topic, that person, that thing on that your phone. So realize that once you stop using social media, the biggest benefit is the fact that you don't have to go through all these energy exchanges daily. And that's why social media makes you so tired, because you are actively giving your energy to like hundreds and hundreds of people, which, like I said, it wasn't possible before in the past. And now it's possible. That's why this generation is so overwhelmed by everything, because they don't have any energy left for themselves. Another example is with other people when you're interacting with, maybe for, let's say, a friend or friends, for example, and if they give you negative energy back, if they give you negative energy, and if you give them positive energy back, that's depleting your energy. That's why with certain people, you're just like, okay, I want to hang out with them, but afterwards I feel so tired. And you know why you feel tired? It's because they're draining you in some way. They are draining you, and trust me, it's okay to feel tired after a whole day's, like when you're doing something, when maybe you're hanging out with a friend all day. But if you're doing something good, you will feel happy. You might feel tired physically or even mentally, but you will still feel that happiness. But when you are hanging out with a friend all day and then you realize you don't want to even exist anymore, you don't want to do anything, that's when you realize that energy exchange is wrong. Because something is wrong here. Your souls were not meant to meet. You were meant to go separate ways. You were not meant to see each other. Maybe you were for a brief amount of time, but at the end of the day, your paths were supposed to cross, but they were not supposed to continue straight on in the same direction. This is a great example of why so many people only stay friends for a couple of months or a couple of years and then just part ways. It's because their souls interline in a way. They have the same goals, they have the same hobbies, they have something in common, they have something both of the souls are striving for. But over time, our souls change, we evolve in good or bad ways, and that's why people are constantly switching paths. Their souls are constantly discovering new things, learning new things. That is why so many people are not friends or stop being friends. It's because that energy exchange has to stop. Your souls realize you have to walk away from each other. And sometimes your mind doesn't realize it. Your souls already know this is not our path. We are moving away from each other. This is our different paths, right? But your mind is like, no, I'm trying to bring you back together here because I think we need to be friends because you're emotionally attached to that person. But you have to realize sometimes you just have to let your soul take the reins of your life, because your soul knows that this person is not for you, or your soul knows if this person is for you. Because you need to really look at energy exchanges. The smallest things can drain your energy. And trust me, once you start looking at energy exchanges, once you start looking at people's goals, of people's life, you will realize how many of your friends, your family members, the people you hang out with, whatever, your teachers, your coworkers, you will realize how many people are actually so draining your energy and so bad for you. Because 9 times out of 10, why you walk into bed exhausted every day is because of these people. And sometimes you don't even realize who those people are. It's crazy because they can control you in this sort of way. It's the most subconscious form of controlling. But why does the world work in this way? It's because we're constantly taking energy from other people and we're not giving it back. If everyone had their own energy, everyone would be happy, because that's not how life works. Because you're constantly giving energy and you're constantly getting it back. It's back and forth, back and forth. And the less time you spend with people, the more your energy will be fulfilled, the more it'll go up, the more aura or whatever you guys want to call it, you will radiate. Why? It's because when you are spending your time alone, you are evolving in your own way. You are learning things from your perspective, not from the perspective of other people, because people will have so many different opinions. But if you can handle anything on your own, that's when you know your energy is at the perfect level. When you are feeling confident, that's when you know your energy is on the perfect level, because you're not giving your energy away, and no, you're not taking energy either. It is purely your own energy. And some of us are so filled with the energy of other people that energy starts to literally become our own. So that's why so many friends think alike. That's why so many people start to become the same after years of spending time together, whether in friendship or a relationship. That is why so many people act good in some ways and bad in others. It's because of all these energies and they have been given and the energies to give back. So that's why it is so important to realize who you hang out with. This may not be what you have thought this video would be. I'm talking about something slightly different than most of you probably would expect, but for some reason this energy exchange was supposed to find you in life. This video, for some reason, for an unknown reason, this energy that I'm giving to this camera right now was supposed to find you. And however you give me that energy back, however you give that energy back to the camera is how you choose it to be. So right now, ask yourself, is this video depleting my energy or is it giving me energy? And if it's depleting, stop watching me. And if it's not, keep watching. Because trust me, the more you question yourself, how my energy levels are, we're talking mental here. We are not talking physically, because physical levels, as important as they are not as important as your mental, because you need your mental. If you look at so many people, they have been so encased in other people's energies, they haven't seen their own energy for such a long time. Like, so many people, especially on the internet, are like talking about different things, this, whatever, but they're not talking about their own advice. They're not talking about themselves. They're not talking about lifting other people up. They're so focused on so much other people, they cannot even think about their own energy. Because in their opinion, the only energy they can get is by dragging other people's energy into their own souls. Because they don't even get energy at some point. At some point you just give up so much on life, you only receive it, and you don't have any energy to give back. Maybe that's why everyone hates you. Maybe it's because you don't have any energy to give back, or maybe you're in the wrong environment and everybody is pulling your energy away. It is such a complicated matter to understand this whole soul thing, because no one fully understands it. But you have to realize, who are you exchanging your energy with? Is it a good person? Is it a bad person? How do you view them? Because how you view them might be completely different from who they are. Everyone that knows you right now knows a version of you. They do not know you. They do not know what person you actually are. You also know a certain version of you, but you don't know how other people see you. You don't know how you actually are. We all know versions of each other that are completely different from other people's perspectives. And sometimes I question myself, which version of me is real? And now this is a really deep question, because I could believe other people. I could be like, I'm a bad person, I'm an evil person, I'm an arrogant person, whatever. But at the end of the day, whether it's real or not, I can still choose to love myself. I can still choose my energy. I can still choose what I want. Because whatever energy you are, whatever soul you are, you create that soul. If you want to, you can change it. No one is stopping you from changing your energy. The only people that are stopping you is the ones around you that are constantly draining you or giving you the wrong energy that you do not need. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was like a completely different topic than what I usually talk about, but I think this needs to be addressed. And remember, right now, go do something that will give you your energy and not anybody else's. Find yourself again. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.